Good evening and happy Sunday to you. How on a day, my people? Well, on a remember that particular person we be even get an interview with a Rice Television, APC chieftain in be in him that Jishitaga on Nopasa. Remember when you have get that interview with a Rice Television, when be they argue with Rufai Oseni. When they tell Rufai Oseni, say no, the president has not made things difficult. No, the economy is not crumbling under him. No, 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 no. Hey, if I play you video now, you just say what has happened. Oh, what happened? The economy. Why did you deal with him? Right now, he don't change his song. He don't talk say nothing go make it be same fit support Tinubu again for 2027. Welcome, my people. This is Updated Precious. Plus, including say Baba-Ahmed, that is Hakim Baba-Ahmed, don't write bombastic letter to President Bola-Ahmed Tinubu. You want to know what's in the inside that letter because that letter they very bombastic. All that matter now will carry come. But before I give you highlights of other things that we have to discuss this evening, make I introduce my guest, Prince Francis Chilaka, and I be my guest this evening. Prince Francis, thank you so much as you join me. You know, so you be my Sunday tonic. So thank you so much as you follow me sit down this Sunday. Make we discuss what's in the happen for inside Nigeria. Welcome, sir.
You're welcome, Precious.
Thank you. All right. So very quickly, since you're here, and make I begin tell you the matter them one by follow or as it take be. First off, remember that ex-NHIS boss, where be say they sack him because of corruption, where President Tinubu administration can arrest. Be EFCC can arrest him. He don't talk, say, hey, say Tinubu won't use EFCC threaten and making no talk. Say they won't use EFCC threaten now that they no fit shut them up. Make I give you the headline. Tinubu tried to silence me with EFCC. Treated me like a criminal, ex-NHIS boss says. Okay, we'll move on to other matter as it is hot for inside this evening. Ex-political advisor to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu writes Tinubu and asks him to step aside in 2027 because your failure self past colossal. I go let you in on how in you stock am waiting in talk. And then moving on, 2027, ex-Buhari campaigner. Well, been hate Jonathan. People will carry coffee for Jonathan before. Now they beg Jonathan. Jonathan, Emma Binu, come and contest a little bit. Come and contest. Now you will want now. Why? Because only I go feed first, one turn and go. Okay, moving on. Democracy under threat. Leading civil society activists in Nigeria want Tinubu against one party state. So this one what they do. This one party state. You know go work. Oh. It's over. Tinubu has captured PDP. It will be difficult to recover. This one, it be like saying a final burial in do PDP. Who talk this one? Ekpen Young, one of the founding fathers of PDP. Now I talk this one. Meanwhile, we hear say Supreme Court's justices, then they fear to adjudicate on the Rivers Emergency Rule. This according to Huriwa. See, Supreme Court justices, they never know how they go keep their mouth and face to adjudicate under this as it concerns the Rivers Emergency Rule. Because they know, say, what's in they go adjudicate, no go favor the president. So they had them. Now, speaking about other things that they happen for inside Nigeria, some Igbo businessmen don't call out the minister, Tinubu minister for environment, say, hey, Consul, say the man has also tribalism in they do. Because everything will consign the Southeasterners. Once you carry your matter, go there where they supposed to give you approval. As long as say from Southeast, you go deliberately quench them. But Yoruba and Hausa people only they approve them speedily. But once you from Southeast, you go continue to delay them, frustrate them. Why they do so? They don't they call now say made them sack them because now anti-Igbo policy now be say in they do. Okay, so concerning the letter where it be say Baba Hakim Ahmed, right? You know, so I don't tell her that. Right, talk say to boy if you know what's good for you, not bother to contest because you not get what's in it take to rule Nigeria. We think said Buhari failure, Buhari administration a failure, but your own comment, come Olulemo, that's Buhari. Well, Tompolo, you know, person will get pipeline contracts. He don't come out and talk. He say, 2027, say, no cost problem for this country. I didn't want to not announce. No cost problem. Oh. Let Tinubu do his 8 years complete, oh, like Buhari, your brother, did. Tompolo, they tell Northerners. Okay, now. Meanwhile, speaking about other issues, especially as it concerns security for inside the country, we hear say over 50 Benue state communities now don't be displaced right now, and a headsmen now don't surround those communities. 50 of the communities for inside Benue State. Now, headsmen they in charge right now. The owners of that land don't run away from their land. Who they talk this one? Emergency Management Agency. Meanwhile, the people from the village gone. I told a story where they talk on yesterday. Those from the place gone. They not talk only 50, then talk past 50. They talk say most of the villages don't they overtaken by headsmen. Most of their villages don't be overtaken by herdsmen. But the good say Nigerian agency come and say now only 50. Well, as in talk saying at 50, you go use your tongue, count your teeth. Because people away from Benue State don't come and talk say two-thirds of Benue communities 2/3 of their communities, 9 don't they overtaken by herdsmen. But moving on with security issues, we hear say suspected Boko Haram terrorists don't kill 10 vigilantes for instance Gwapere for Adamawa State. That one safe day. We will talk about them. We have spent over 300 million naira on ransom. Equa Church, don't they lament? Say this insecurity don't too much. How over 300 now they don't spend right now for insecurity. Speaking about waiting make Akpabio be the rain as per why it be say he go Pope Francis burial and all that. And concerning sexual abuse and all of those matters. Namibian president, we just enter now, we be female president. Don't sack minister Mark Albert Hungary, name be name. Over waiting, rape, kidnapping, bribery allegations. Over rape, kidnapping, and bribery allegations. Who go fit sack anybody for any allegation for inside Nigeria? Your guess is as good as mine. And there's a leaked document that exposes Tinubu's plan to hand over State House Clinic to a private manager. That is private consortium to manager. Made a private consortium manage State House clinics. The same State House clinic where even the owner of the country need the collect treatment under. Well, we'll go discuss all of these and more. Prince Francis Chilaka, thank you so much as you join me for Inside the House today. I just quickly, sharply give them the matter them as in the hot. If this is your first time of joining us, please, what are you waiting for? Kindly ensure that you subscribe. So please click on the subscription button. You need to pay money to subscribe, now free of charge, no money, no payment. So kindly click on the subscription button. Follow us like your village people, make it for know the things them when they happen for Nigeria. So let's get you started very quickly. It would be very unfair if I no start with that video of Mr. Onopasa. We be seeing a high time APC chieftain and how in don't they cry for inside administration say this government. But before I play waiting in talk today, make I remind you on waiting in been do during that time when get that interview with Arise Television and how him and Rafai and been get issues.
So since President Tinubu got in,
respect me.
Since President Tinubu got in,
I
the
will walk out of
economy.
the studio if you raise your voice at me.
Mr.
Talk to me
Lokpasa,
respectfully.
you may will take your decision if you want to. I'm asking a question. You might decide to walk out if you want to. Mr. Lokpasa, since President Tinubu came in, the economy has tanked. Is at an all-time low as we speak.
It has not.
Let me finish my question. Mr. Lokpasa, let me finish my question.
You are a liar.
Mr. Lokpasa, moderate yourself. All right? Moderate
Do you
yourself.
know what you are doing?
Good.
Listen to me. You're not.
Secondly,
do you know what you are doing?
since President Tinubu came in, the economy has tanked.
You are pretending to be a journalist.
The indicators are there.
With you?
Since he came in, the indicators are there. Number one, the cost of the dollar to the naira.
What does it matter with you?
The cost of the dollar to the naira has tanked tremendously as a result of the fluctuation of the currency. All right, that's one.
Is that Tinubu's fault? Don't you know why naira tanked?
I'm still asking my question. Secondly, it's been an
of your friends.
Because it's been an all-time malaise in the economy as we speak. Cost of living gone up tremendously. All right, and things are really, really south for the economy.
The way forward ought to be obvious. We have a president that was elected on the 25th of February. We have a president that was sworn in on the 29th of May, and his name is Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. He is our president, finally affirmed and confirmed by the Supreme Court of Nigeria. So my own, I wouldn't even say way forward. I think it is fait accompli. But I would like to appeal. We are humble people. You have a president for the good of your country, if only for that reason, whether you like Bola Tinubu or you don't like Bola Tinubu, if just for the good of, even for selfish reasons. I don't know how to put it, 25% in Abuja. Okay, let's try 25% in Abuja. It didn't work. Then we tried double nomination. It didn't. This was the season of the gamblers. That one didn't work. Then let's try. Let's go all the way to America and try Chicago. That one didn't work. The last one was FBI files. No, you don't live like that in a country. For God's sake, please. Bola Tinubu did not remove fuel subsidy. That is a misconception.
Mr. Lokpasa, I put it to you that you came here to misrepresent the facts today as regards subsidy removal. President Tinubu announced subsidy gone on Inauguration Day. And that was effectively pulling out subsidy. So you say he didn't remove subsidy, quoting the PI law that had been there for a while, is misrepresentation of the facts. That's number one. Number two, since President Tinubu got in, let me finish, Mr. Nopasa. Let me finish, please. Secondly, since he got in,
don't raise your voice at me, young man. Don't raise your voice at me.
Let me finish, Mr. Nopasa. Let me finish.
I'm your guest.
So since President Tinubu got in,
respect me.
Since President Tinubu got in, the economy.
The studio, if you raise your voice at me,
Mr. Nopasa,
respectfully.
You may will take your decision if you want to. I'm asking a question. You might decide to walk out if you want to. Mr. Nopasa, since President Tinubu came in, the economy has tanked. It's at an all-time low as we speak.
It has not.
Let me finish my question, Mr. Nopasa. Let me finish my question.
You are a liar,
Mr. Nopasa. Moderate yourself. All right, moderate yourself.
Do you know what you are doing?
Good.
Listen to me. You're
Secondly,
do you know what you are doing?
Since President Tinubu came in, the economy has tanked.
You are pretending to be a journalist.
The indicators are there.
With you?
Since he came in, the indicators are there. Number one, the cost of the dollar to the naira.
Matter with you?
The cost of the dollar to the naira has tanked tremendously as a result of the fluctuation of the currency. All right, that's one.
Is that Tinubu's fault? Don't you know why naira tanked?
I'm still asking my question. Secondly, it's been an all-time malaise in the economy as we speak. Cost of living gone up tremendously. All right, and things are really south for the economy.
All right, so when I take note of this argument, just make sure say you take note of the argument. Remember the bone of contention, the cost of living, the state of the economy. He's saying no be Tinubu fault. Why he be say while he be say Rufai insists say everything started with President Bola-Ahmed Tinubu's administration. In they try to exonerate President Bola-Ahmed Tinubu of the subsidy removal. Say after all the PIB bill we don't make provision for him already. And so say technically na Buhari comot subsidy, no be Tinubu. But Rufai they tell him say for Tinubu to even affirm him on the day of inauguration, that means say na him comot the subsidy. Now look at what he is saying now. In an interview he had today with Ruben Abati.
When
today,
the people are hungry, let's
Listen,
feed our citizens, let's govern well. It's not a question of people defecting to our party. It's a question of us ruling well. And in that angle, we have failed woefully. President Bola Tinubu has failed woefully to rule well, to provide food for Nigerians, to give them succor in this hard times. This whole idea of let us just keep packing people into our party, that's not democracy. You know, the interesting thing, Ruben, is that you must always have opposition because people must disagree. This idea of a one-party state is simply unattainable. There must be disagreement. Even in our party, we disagree. We are not even a one-party in our party. Is it Nigeria that will become a one-party state? It's a waste of time. So, I wish my dear cousin Sheriff Oberewori well. I welcome him to our party. I don't even understand why he left his party. It does not make any sense to me. Does not at all. You know? I think President Tinubu should concentrate more on bringing down prices of goods and services, you know, strengthening democratic values and all this idea of people coming to our party. That's not what is going to make us win the election in 2027. I can tell you for free, Ruben, that at this rate we are going, all these things will help us in 2027. If we are not careful, Bola Tinubu will end up as a one-term president. Quote me anywhere. I'm not leaving my party for anybody. I'm a foundational member of the APC. And I'm not leaving it for anybody, including President Tinubu. Now, if you see the truth, you see the Bible says, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. You cannot pretend, even you, Ruben, you can't pretend that there is no hunger in the land. You cannot pretend that people are not finding it difficult to make ends meet. That's all. In fact, when Bola Tinubu called us to support him, he promised to make food cheap. You know, at that time we were being insulted. We are Agbadorians. We are this, we are that. You know. So we told him, we said, let us just produce food. And that's what he promised us. Only for him to come to power and then, in fact, only God understands what he's doing. That's his headache. I'm not leaving my party for anybody. Not at all. But I'm certainly not supporting him for 2027. And I'm going to make sure go to gather with, it's not even PDP people. PDP is just a ridiculous party. They are not serious. It is us in APC who are dissatisfied with him, that who put him in power. We are the ones that will remove him from the power. I can assure you.
Okay. So, Prince Francis Chilakasa, you have seen this. I really would love you to jump in on this very quickly before we go into other issues. Sir, see the before and the after. You see him, and in fairness to him, I'm sorry.
You know, you know,
I am not making a
no,
mockery of him if he had a
no,
had a
don't
health
worry,
condition.
pressure, hold
He
on.
really
I
shows
just,
a hunger dayland.
I just
Even
noticed that the man, his neck has grown longer.
gray
There's a
hair don't
very
come
big,
out finish.
yeah,
Gray hair
you
don't
know,
come out
big,
finish.
not only the gray hair, the neck has grown very lean. So it's like the head has become bigger than the neck.
I'm telling you, it's sad. So please, Mr. Nokos, I'm not making fun
But,
of you,
but,
but
but,
it shows the real condition of Nigeria under President Baba-Ahmed Tinubu,
you know,
and it's painful to watch.
yes, that's why I keep saying that the hunger in the land is still doing press up. And with each new day, you can see that the real hunger is beginning to set in. And when this hunger becomes full blown, you will understand what it means for people to revolt. The political class will have nowhere to hide. The elders who have kept mute, who have become deaf and dumb, will have nowhere to hide. The youths, as Peter Obi says, who have been collecting 10,000, 20,000 to insult people, will have nowhere to hide. Because at that point in time, everybody will be on the streets. The soldiers will not even know who to shoot because they will not be able to shoot anybody. The area boys themselves will also disappear. And at that point in time, you will understand what the sovereignty of the people means. We are getting there. If the likes of Onokoso can come out and be telling you that the president has failed, that there is hunger in the land, and it's evident from his looks.
After defending him,
Yes,
see the way he was defending
you know,
vehemently with all his strength. If they defend the president, now see how he
it's
is
not,
now.
precious. Seriously
Sir,
speaking, you need to, if you go out there, you find out that it's not only him. I've met quite a number of senior citizens who supported this government, who put in their time, their energy, and their resources. Now they are regretting it. They are regretting it not because of just the fact that ordinary Nigerians are unable to feed, but because even they themselves, they don't have the resources to take care of those they have gathered around them. You know that for you to be politically relevant, you must have supporters. And so when it becomes difficult for you to have money, and also for you to have money to give to your supporters, your support base will be gone. So now tell me, if another person heard about, say, 5,000 youths, or youths, let's say 5,000, cutting across the youths, the women, and the men as a support base. With what you are seeing from this video, do you think he will have the resources to maintain those 5,000? It will not. So the hunger, it's not just about hunger, it's about the fact that we have institutionalized poverty. And that poverty is meant to reduce the mental, the integrity, the humanity of Nigerians. And this is what politicians have tried to achieve over time. Keep them poor, starve them, so that during the elections, we bring out little of what we have stolen from them. And unfortunately, Nigeria seems to be the only country where those who steal from the people, those who oppress the people, are worshipped by those who have been oppressed. And it's evident because you see a country where people are protesting against bad governance. People are protesting against insecurity. People are protesting against hunger. And yet you have some miscreants who will come around, gather themselves, and begin to protest against the protesters.
And they're also hungry.
And
And they're also
I mean,
hungry.
definitely,
Ha.
definitely.
Okay,
So
so
it's,
what does this mean though? Does it mean that there is likely to be a crack in the in APC? Because in on talk I'm saying he say Obori Warren and brother and saying they happy say income, even the same brother not tell him say they come join APC. But however, saying go do everything possible to make sure say you know support President Tinubu for inside 2027. Do you think that there
you
are
know,
more agreed APC members that may
the thing
also
is,
work against him that have not
you,
left the party and that will not leave but that will work against him in
you
2027?
know, if you understand the way the political parties are structured, if you're a governor and you are decamping into a party, be it opposition party, be it a ruling party, part of the negotiation is that certain offices at the federal, at the state, and at the local government levels will be given to you. So those positions will now be filled by your loyalists. So now these ones who are coming in, a governor coming into a party, in that party, he's coming under his own state. In his state already, he has executives. And because he's coming in as a governor, some displacements will be made. They may
But
decide
meanwhile,
to say, okay, if you're
but
coming in
meanwhile,
as a governor,
hmm,
we're taking away the old people, the old members who will retain party chairmanship. But we will give you and your people the secretary and maybe assistant financial secretary or one other post. So that means you need to remove somebody
to
in order
replace.
to accommodate him.
Meanwhile, it's not certain yet if the party will even give these governors the governorship ticket for inside the party. Remember,
Well, when you
how
talk,
about if they can't pull abracadabra on them?
you see, this is why I say that when you are in a party and as a PDP stalwart and a governor, and you decide to move into another party just because you feel that you'll get the ticket, you will enjoy the largesse, you will enjoy the rigging, you will enjoy the go to court and all of that, you could end up at the end of the day not getting the ticket. So what do? You see the governor will now move back his own structure into his old party or into a new party. So it's dicey. You saw what played out in Anambra now with what's that his name? Is it Izigbo and all of that? You saw what played Valentine, I think so. You
Yeah,
saw
yeah,
what played out.
Valentine is able. Yes.
Yes, he moved into APC believing that he was going to get the ticket. And well, unfortunately, he couldn't get the ticket. Now he has lost face with Labour. He can't go back to Labour. So all he needs to do is to stay in APC, stay at the background, and continue to support the party. He will keep making noise, but deep inside of him, he's hurting. So this is how this thing plays out. This is how it plays out. So those who are decamping, let me say the truth. I am ashamed of all those who are decamping from their parties into APC.
Okay. So
It's
let's
not
quickly
about
because
it's not about the people. It is about their greed and selfishness and their own personal agenda. And they are forgetting that as you're moving as a governor, you have only one vote. You don't have more than one vote.
okay, so let's quickly look at other issues, very burning issues, very quickly. Now, people are warming up to join this conversation, and I want everyone to get the opportunity to have their say in this conversation. So, you remember that former executive secretary of the National Health Insurance Scheme, right, Professor Usman Yusuf? Now, he has accused President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration of weaponizing the EFCC to silence him, alleging he was treated like a criminal for criticizing the government. That you remember saying problem starts when Ibise begin criticize Tinubu. And then come talk about how he be say EFCC use Tommy house. Now in wife and daughter, they tell the wife and daughter, say, oh, say say then they come. Bottom line, they carried him, whisked him to their office. In fact, say when they carried him, and they were driving like they've caught one big criminal. They just drive anyhow for road and all that. Took him to Abuja and all that. So bottom line, he is saying that the president is deliberately weaponizing the EFCC, to threaten people. If threatening him was a thing, to go by. He's got a lot of things to say. And this is another northern leader very angry with President Baba-Ahmed Tinubu. But let's go straight to the letter that Hakim Baba-Ahmed wrote to President Baba-Ahmed Tinubu. Excerpt of that letter says, remember he's a former special advisor on political matters to Vice President Kashim Shettima, appointed by President Baba-Ahmed Tinubu. Well, he has written a formal letter to President Baba-Ahmed Tinubu and requesting that the president should step down by 2027. Not for his opponents, but for a generation of Nigerians who can carry the nation forward with fresh energy and fresh ideas. Remember that the same Hakim Baba-Ahmed, I think he was the president, the head of the Northern Elders Forum at the time, if I am correct. Yes. So now, inside that letter, the letter carried very bombastic things. I'm not going to narrate everything we did the letter well. He writes a lot to the president. He talk about how President Buhari administration used to be colossal failure, and how after the long suffering and punishment that people go through for President Buhari administration, they've been say, oh, President Tinubu administration feel day a bit better. Say, although say been getting fear about the local slogan, but he don't say the local and really say in me say, well, Tinubu Buhari don't do his own perhaps. Say he don't come to do his own. Tinubu don't come now to do his own. And then he went ahead to advise the president. In fact, say that the president lacks the capacity, lacks what it is, that he doesn't even have vision at all for the country. And that for the purpose of that, he should not contest. He said quite a lot of things. Now, this is one of the leaders of Northern Elders Forum speaking this way to the president. I would like to take your reaction before we go to waiting Tompolo, your brother, get to talk, sir.
Am I on?
Yes, you are. Go ahead, sir.
Well, there are people who, when they write, you take your time to read what they have written, you try to assimilate it, you try to digest it, and you try to make a meaning out of it. He wrote in simple language, simple English, which every Nigerian should be able to understand. Okay. And in fairness to him, there is nothing he has said in that letter that Nigerians have not been talking about. But you see, where it now makes a lot of sense is that it is coming from somebody who worked under this administration, who was appointed by this presidency, and who, while working in this presidency, was not able to meet Mr. President.
Yes, he said that he was not for all the while. He tried.
It shows that
the president refused him.
It shows
and
that
the Lagos cabal and block him.
It shows that when in Dume, I think it was Senator Dume also, started shouting that this government has been taken over by Lagos boys.
Not all Yorubas, mostly
Lagos boys. And that this presidency has become unreachable and unaccessible. Yes, a lot of us came after him. We said, when your brother, President Muhammad Buhari, was doing it, what did you do? And did you attack him and all of that? But you see, if you do a retrospective analysis of what is going on, you will no longer blame Dume. You will not look at, I have formed that mindset of taking the message and ignoring the messenger. Because if you take the message, you'll be very constructive in whatever thought flow you are following. But if you take the message side by side, the messenger, you may just throw the whole thing into the garbage. So everybody has been coming out to say, this president is inaccessible. This president is not listening. This whole thing about Emiloko, on your mandate we stand. And we keep asking, why is it that in the 21st century, people who are elected from different political parties, who are in the National Assembly, rather than saying, On the constitution we stand. On the rule of law we stand.
We stand.
On good governance we stand. On curbing insecurity we stand. On taking away poverty we stand. Everybody keeps saying on your mandate. And what is that mandate? And who gave the mandate? Because these are questions we need to ask. Who gave President Bola Tinubu the mandate?
The people.
From the way things are, it is easy to say it is the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court gave him the mandate. It is not the Nigerian people. Because if the Nigerian people gives you a mandate, you do not need to sing it to them. You do not need to remind them of the fact that they're giving you a mandate.
No, they don't need to actually sing to him, because this time around, the Nigerians sing on your mandate for
No,
us.
not Nigerians are singing. It is the National Assembly that is singing to him. The National Assembly has become a footstool of the executive.
And that the international song of sycophants, according to...
Exactly. That is what it is. It's sycophancy. So you find out that, when you see adults, matured men, fathers, and you ask yourself, when parents reduce themselves to this level of mediocrity, what are they teaching their children? How are they educating their children? How are they imbibing good governance, discipline, everything to the life of their children? So it's not just about on your mandate with somebody. He has see, the truth is this. He has said what a lot of Nigerians who believe in good governance, who believe in Nigeria, because this is the time for elders of the land to begin to speak up. This is the time for those who believe that, in one way or the other, they sacrificed to have a country called Nigeria. This is the time for them to begin to speak out and challenge the status quo. But how many of them are doing it? Rather than do it, everybody comes out and gives 1,001 excuses. But I'm happy. He's talking, he's saying his own. Anokwasa is saying his own. Everybody's not saying, because everybody's seeing it. Everybody's feeling it. And this is I'm coming, Precious. May 29th, this government will be 2 years.
Yes.
Now, what can we hold on to as a people, as electorate? What can we hold on to as what we have achieved in 2 years from this government? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. But then, in the next few months, after May, this government will forget everything about governance and they will face 2027.
Okay.
Because that is when Nigeria is structured. And in facing 2027, that is why the likes of Ahmed is telling him, say, do not contest because you do not have anything to offer this country.
I was going to read excerpts of it. That's what I was, trying to crave your indulgence for, if you may, or if you would permit me. So, excerpts of that letter reads: you told, you hold what your opposition lacks, the power to reduce the harshness of life for the average Nigerian. That is, you get the power to reduce how hard and difficult life day for the average Nigerian. Use it well. Watch 2027, yes, but don't become consumed by it. The North is drifting from your leadership under the weight of economic hardship, insecurity, and alienation. Now, the East remains politically disengaged. Are they? That's why I thought I should read this. While the South is fragmented. Are they? The Southwest has been lukewarm, and its privileged position may become a burden, because if I didn't get privilege now. The Northeast is deeply wounded and can no longer be taken for granted. Then he told him, Mr. President, I urge you rather to reflect deeply on the legacy you want to leave and how history will remember you. Insisting on running for a second term could be a grave mistake. Your name is already etched in Nigerians' history. Use the time until 2027 to shape your legacy. Shebi, you say your lifelong ambition not to be president. Okay, your name don already there for Nigerian history as president. But use what will remain before 2027 to make sure, say, you position yourself so that you go be better person for history, so that they go feel remember you, so that Nigeria go feel remember you for something. That's what he said. Use that time until 2027 to shape your legacy so that you be remembered for something you'd love, not just to extend your tenure. Step aside, not for your opponents, but for a new generation of Nigerians who can carry the nation forward with fresh energy and ideas. Our generation has done its time. You know, call on a generation. He say, I, that is, he include himself. Say, even your own generation don't do their own time. Our generation has done its time. It would be it would be a master stroke if you and your party yielded the field to new voices and new leadership. That way, you could catalyze a peaceful historic transformation and inspire a new political culture rooted in merit, unity, and progress. I'd like you to speak on this. Sorry for taking you.
Let me start from the point of talking about legacy. Unfortunately, Nigerian leaders don't even understand the meaning of that word legacy.
He even mentioned the fact that the president lacked a vision, that he thought he had
Yes,
one, but he never even had,
they, they, they don't they
that I
don't
didn't read.
understand they don't understand the meaning of legacy.
They don't want to be remembered
And
for what people do.
that is why the family system in Nigeria is dying out. Because just as don't forget, your politicians are part of Nigerians. Your politicians make up the family. Your politicians make up the religious institutions. But the truth is that what are they offering? What is it that they're offering to the younger generation? So when people talk about legacy, I laugh because this set of vipers, so to say, don't understand what legacy is. If you want to talk about Nigerian politicians who believe in legacy, you talk about the likes of late Chief Sam Mbakwe, the late Alhaji Lateef Jakonde, the late Chief Ajasi, the late Baba-Ahmed. These are people who came out to serve. They understood what service means. And they understood that they need to serve the people. They need to give everything to the people because it is all about the people. But the crop of political class we have today are vipers. They are vampires looking for whose blood to suck. And at the end of the day, it is the blood of the ordinary Nigerians that they suck in order to sustain themselves. So he is right to say that this presidency has no vision. And he went as far as questioning the slogan, Emiloko, what does it stand for? It's not an ideology. It's just something that was coined out of frustration, out of, the normal where people sit at beer parlor to drink and, discuss. So if a man tells you that his life ambition is to, drive a car, for instance, after driving the car, what next? There's nothing else. So even if he dies in an accident driving that car, it doesn't matter. The thing is that he has driven a car. So we need to, like you said, this presidency needs to understand that he can't do it alone. He doesn't even have himself what it takes to do it alone. And then, we keep having this mentality, this obnoxious mindset that he built Lagos. I've always said Bola-Ahmed Tinubu didn't build Lagos. The people, the person who built Lagos, so to say, is the late Lateef Jakonde. Because you keep saying he built, sorry, I'm coming. If you keep saying he built Lagos, where do you put late Lateef Jakonde? Where do you put what's his name? Fashola? Where do you put Ambode? It means that they were not governors. They didn't do anything. They were not recognized. So what did he build in Lagos? Agbero. Taxation.
All right, so sir, the reason I raise this conversation is I'd like us to know and perhaps to postulate, if not a big grammar, to try think tank on what this letter mean to us Nigerians, especially for the future of Nigeria come 2027. Understanding, say, one, the political position or the the kind of crowd where Hakim Baba-Ahmed carry for the North, especially within Northern Elders, as a former head of Northern Elders Forum. And again, just today, we also hear say Dr. Jibrin Mustafa will be president of the Nigerian Rescue Mission. In fact, he was one of the organizers of former President Muhammad Buhari's youth organization. He has also now started asking and begging former President Goodluck Jonathan to contest, that he's the only one who can rescue Nigeria right now. Is it that the North is not tilting towards good luck because that's the only person where they know we go fit to do one tenor so that power will come back to the North? Or is it that it's just anything right now but Tinubu for the North? Based on the body language.
Two things are at play here. The North, in quotes, when we say the North, we're talking of the Northern elites. Those who have political structure in the North. They have not really said what they want.
Yes.
But
they're still playing on the ground politics.
Yes, but we can notice that there's this movement away from the present president. Now, if you ask me, I'll say this. If you ask me, and if the North is trying to be sincere with themselves, and if the North believe that it is that they have what it takes in terms of voting to move this country forward, and they want to bring it to bear, I would say that nobody should be asking Jonathan to come back. Let us not go back to our vomit. That would be a very dangerous thing to do. Rather, what I will ask the North to do, which is what I've been writing about, I've asked Atiku, because Atiku and El-Rufai, you cannot take them for granted in the North. No matter how you see them, they have. Atiku is like Buhari. Over the last, I think over 3 or 4.
Yeah, even more than Kwankwaso, because they at least have they have the clouts beyond their ruling state.
Yes, over 3 times or 4 times. Over 3 times or 4 times Buhari contested. He had a particular amount of votes that he gets. And the same thing happens with Atiku. But I'll tell this to Atiku and those who support Atiku. I'll say to Atiku, if you believe you want us to rescue this nation as it is today, I think that what Atiku should do, Atiku at this point in time should become an enigma. Atiku shouldn't be contesting as well. Atiku should allow Peter Obi to go on, support him, let the North rally around Peter Obi so that we can have a change. We can have a semblance of good governance for once. So the North needs to come out openly. The North needs to say what they want. They need to be very sincere and honest about it. So I see a shift from, where we are to a different arrangement entirely.
Okay.
I seriously believe that. I seriously believe that, while that is going on, your president is also strategizing, because he's looking at it that if he can, when people say that the Southwest is sitting on the fence, or no, I don't believe that. The Southwest know what they're doing. When it comes to their own, they will all route for Baba-Ahmed Tinubu. They may not give him all the votes, but they will make sure that he takes 60% of every vote in every state.
Okay.
So for me, anybody that is hoping on Southwest to do anything is wasting his time or her time. That is on one side. The Southeast, the docility in the South is annoying. It is sickening. And you ask yourself, it's like the governors in the Southeast have become, they become like dogs. All they're waiting for is to be called to come and eat. And that's the truth. So that's why you see, the issues that should involve them to speak out, especially on national issues, they will not speak out. They just keep pretending as if they know what they're doing, but they don't know what they're doing. They are part of the problem of the Southeast. The crop of leaders we have in the Southeast today, they are shameless. And they are the problem of the Southeast. Now, the South, as we know, government instrumentality is already applying in order to ensure that it is captured. Just like I would always say that the Southeast has been captured and kept in the coolers. So now they are facing the South. And this whole South started with the imposition of state of emergency in Rivers. It sent shockwaves across the South.
Are you think that, do you think that it started there, or it started with the Edo State election, where APC ensured that it took back?
No. Edo State election, the rigging was very obvious. Everybody knew. But
So it may have started from the
coming.
election.
The imposition of the state of emergency in Rivers is what is making all the governors now begin to sing, on your mandate they stand. And that's the truth. Because I'm asking myself, do you know that it is very stupid? It is disastrous. It is shameful. It is unspeakable that a vice presidential candidate of an opposition party will decamp into the ruling party. In other words, what it means is that he was never ready to become a vice president. He was a toothless bulldog. He has no principle. He has no dignity. So for me, it's one of those things you see in Nigerian politics, and you ask yourself, who gave birth? Which woman gave birth? Which breast did this side of people suck? Because I don't understand it. A whole vice presidential candidate, you wake up from sleep, you do not even consult with your constituency, and you just move like that. And you forget that it is this position that he occupied. That is why Wike wants to tear PDP apart. Because Wike wanted to be that person that will be referred to as the vice president.
I'm telling you, but perhaps PDP for no day the level way day night to say
exactly
that tickets, even if they not be done with election.
Because Wike had the same vision, he had the same dream, like Yomi Lokon. It's just that he didn't coin his own in Ikwere language or in whatever language to show, but his actions show that he was an Emiloko person. He wanted it is his turn to be vice president. If I don't get to be a president, let me be the vice president. Even if he doesn't become, just as he's a life bencher, without, like they say, he's a life bencher without winning any case and all of that. He wanted to be a vice president without even going through the ropes.
Without a history of any case at all.
You understand? So he wanted to be a vice president, just on a platter of gold, and he missed it. And since he missed it, he's tearing PDP apart. So Okowa should be ashamed of himself, because Okowa is the one who has put PDP in this quagmire. How can you abandon ship at this point in time? Does it show class? Does it not show that you have people who are classless as the members and leaders of PDP?
All right, sir. Because of time, time is fast spent. Apologies. So earlier today, I'm gonna get about 3 headlines together, so I'll let you react to it. So earlier today, prominent Nigerians, including Chidi Odinkalo, Babafemi Ojudu, and Richard Akinola, have all come together and warned President Bola Ahmed Tinubu against moves they say are eroding Nigeria's democracy and pushing the country towards a one-party state. So they wrote in a statement titled Defending Democracy, a call to resist the march toward one-party system in Nigeria. So Nadia Naide, one president talk say this thing when they do say it won't kill it, won't kukuma bury the democracy for inside Nigeria. Meanwhile, Ekpenyong, one of the founding fathers of the PDP, has now lamented and saying that say OT law for a PDP, that PDP is gone, it's over, because it is going to be very difficult for PDP to win or to be able to, surmount whatever it is that they are facing right now. But in the midst of all of this and this northern shake and brouhaha, Tompolo is insisting that, well, the Northerners voted for, they were not complaining, or they did not complain rather, when it was what's his name, Buhari's tenure, and all the things that Buhari did, even with his failure, Perhaps they allowed him, and they gave him 8 years to rule. So now it is the time of the Southerners. So maybe not cause problem for Nigeria. Maybe they allow Southerner to rule and complete in 8 years, so that problem no go dey for Nigeria. Do you think that was a threat by Tompolo, or perhaps he's just stating the obvious? Because some people would say that the born to rule syndrome or the born to rule belief of the Northerners don't be too much. Make them say they no say no believe them waka come for Nigeria. Other people they will follow them come. Or you think there is, or you think that he's saying this perhaps just to protect his pipeline contracts. But before you respond, let me quickly just play you footages of him
We will
saying
do our
that, so that
part.
we'll have
If we go out of our boundary, cross to the northern part of Nigeria to talk to our brothers, so that he will get his second tenure. Tinubu is a good person. He has the experience to do everything to carry this country to the higher level. I am traveling across all the northern states to appeal to them. Buhari spent 8 years now, so we don't want anybody to cause any problem. Let Tinubu have his own 8 years too, and then we look for another person to come in. There's no need for anybody to say, no, we have the monopoly of power. No. We must allow Tinubu to rule his 8 years, which will appeal to everybody. And by the grace of God, everybody will support us. Like the traditional rulers and everybody, both small and young here, who have endorsed Mr. President for a second term. The duly elected governor of Rivers State is coming back. You know, I may likely have a problem with my brother Paul, who you can refer to as my boy. The problem between Wike and Fobra is boy and Oga. And there is no way. Our president is one person who has been protecting democracy. So there is no way he will truncate it. Maybe in another few days I will be leaving for Abuja. We are doing everything, including Mr. President and Wike. Fobra is coming back as the duly elected governor of.
Okay, so let you react to all of this
You know,
very
you know,
quickly.
as much as we say that democracy is about freedom and that every Nigerian have a right to air their opinions and all of that, there are certain people that should not be allowed to speak in the open space. That is the truth. Yes, you in a country. Have you ever seen America telling you that an ex-warlord is having a press conference to join in on issues that has to do with governance? Why is it that in Nigeria, every Dick, Tom, and Harry, an ex-militant, an ex-warlord, is now the one telling Nigerians what to do, just because he is a contractor retained by the federal government?
He's a civilian now, sir.
Don't forget. No. He was not a military man before.
I'm just saying now he's no longer a
Don't,
warlord. That's why I say
don't
he's a
forget.
civilian.
Don't forget that his partner or his colleague in arms, Tompolo. I mean, Asari Dokubo. Asari Dokubo is speaking from three sides of the mouth.
Okay.
Today he speaks. He tells you, Bola Tinubu has done this, has done that. Next tomorrow he speaks. He says he doesn't want to see Bola Tinubu. Next tomorrow he's telling you how Bola Tinubu saved his family. It's all about what they want to get for themselves. It's all about what they want to get for themselves. So people like Tompolo shouldn't come on air and be telling us that he's going. Which part of the north is he going to? Who is he going to talk to the north? Who is he going to address in the north? So this one is, for me, he's just chasing shadow. When we talk about people who would talk, what has been going on in Rivers State that led to the imposition of state of emergency? Where was he? Since he has become a very strong member, a strong person in the society, where was he before they imposed state of emergency? Why was he not able to broker a peace between Wike and Fubara in just his own domain, which is Rivers State? It is in the larger society of Nigeria that he wants to now come and go from north to east to south to tell them, to beg them. See, we need to change something in this country. This whole idea of saying it must go to the north after 8 years, it must go to the south, That is why we have monkeys and animals and baboons ruling this country. That's why we have people who have nothing to do. They have nothing to offer this country as leaders. So tomorrow I won't be shocked if they say it's the southeast and you go and look for 1419 person and give it to the person. We need to change that mindset. We need to begin to look for people who have integrity, people who have class, people who have, ideas, 21st century ideas on how to move this country forward. No matter where you're coming from, whether you're coming from Benue, you're coming from Plateau, you're coming from Kogi, as long as you can do something and move this country forward. And that is the only mindset I am asking the Nigerian youth to adopt. Let us forget this only thing about he must while Obasanjo and Buhari did 8 years. Colossal failure for 8 years. And so because he's from the north and he did 8 years, and he didn't even understand what governance was, he didn't even understand that he was a president. And then you're saying, okay, we should allow Bola Tinubu to do 8 years because he's from the south. Is that not madness?
Okay, so do you see the PDP, just like Ekpeyon said, that PDP is dead, is gone? It's going to be.
No, I don't believe the PDP.
Do you see the PDP surviving this?
I believe that the PDP will survive, and I believe that the PDP knows what to do in order to survive. See, let me tell you the truth. Whatever alliances that are being formed, I would say this from hindsight. I would say that if the likes of Saraki, the likes of Atiku, the likes of El-Rufai come together and decide that the party must survive and decide that they must remove Wike, the party will survive. And they should go, if they want to win 2027, if they want to win 2027, they should go and beg Peter Obi to come back to the party and give him the ticket.
But people are saying that P2P should not come back to the party. That's the problem.
People that are saying that are just being over sentimental about nothing. If you want to win election, you have ideas, you have brains, you have vision for the country. It doesn't matter the platform. When APC wanted to take over from PDP, what did they not do? They organized rallies, they organized strikes, they organized media auctions, they organized everything that was organizable. They even formed a merger. So if these people can come together and form a formidable merger, irrespective of your party, let us use PDP as a vehicle. And why a lot of people are looking at PDP is that PDP is all over the country.
Yes, because
and you can immediately ignite the world, the villages, everybody. So what PDP needs now is to have the likes of Obasanjo coming back to that party and giving a direction to that party. You have the likes of Atiku stepping down from being contesting for presidency, but being a nation builder to say, I want this nation to move forward. I want to build this nation. And then you go for other party members who have structures. See, let me tell you, what is playing out in Kano, I'm actually saying this to Kwakwanso. Kwakwanso will commit a political suicide if he leaves his NNPP and joins APC. That will be the worst thing that will happen to him. Kwakwanso will die a natural death. So, but if somebody if somebody like Kwakwanso, Atiku, Saraki, they all come together now and bring in Peter Obi into the fold and give him the ticket of that party, I am telling you, APC will have a run for their madness, for their money, for the hunger they have imposed on Nigerians. For the suffering they've imposed on Nigerians, they will have a run for it.
Okay, now that you have said it, there was something that the former Ekiti State Governor Peter Fayoshi said about Peter Obi, I think immediately after the election, right? And this is what he had to say. I'd like
I've
you to
told
react to it,
you,
but let me just
this
play the
Peter
footage to
Obi,
you so that you react to it very quickly.
anybody who becomes president of Nigeria and does not give a right of place, I'm not saying an appointment, for Peter Obi, Peter Obi will remove that person from office in another election. Mark my words.
So are you saying this same wave
This same wave will not
can be
stop.
repeated?
This same wave, this Peter Obi, the people supporting him, the Peter Obi that I know, after this general election, they will continue.
Even though the next cycle of elections is in 4 years.
I'm telling you, those guys.
Okay, so you heard that. So do you believe, are you saying what you said based on this? That Peter
Well, I'm just watching this. I'm just watching, but I'm telling you that if Peter Obi enters a formidable party back like PDP, I am telling you, the obedience will move, and PDP will capture power back. I'm one of those that will say, Peter Obi, it is time to jump ship. It is time to abandon. It is time to abandon Labour Party, because Labour Party.
Wike dey PDP, remain for PDP to make sure say person like Peter Obi win primaries. That's why he's
Precious. When the owners of the party are ready, they will remove Peter Obi. I mean, they will remove Wike. They are not ready. They are still dancing. They are still romancing with him. When those who call the shots in the party are ready, it's going to be, because it means it's going to involve a lot of sacrifice. And if they are ready to do that sacrifice, they will remove Wike. When you remove Wike, you remove the national secretary. You remove Damagun. You will see that you will have a new vibrant PDP.
So do you think that Northerners too will allow EP to be their presidential candidates, just like somebody asked here?
See, it's right now, hunger. Let me tell you, Nigerians are coming together under the platform of hunger, the platform of depression, the platform of poverty. These are things that do not know any religion. They do not know any ethnic group. So everybody in Nigeria today is looking for that person that would bring them back to where they can buy fuel for at least 300 naira per liter, where they will not have band A, band B, band C, bandwagon, that even the presidency is running away from. The presidency is running from the bands, from the music they are playing. They no longer want to dance the music, and they want Nigerians to be dancing to that music. Are you not supposed to lead by example? If your president, if Aso Rock is saying that we cannot afford to pay electricity under band A, why would you expect ordinary Nigerians to be in that band and be paying that amount?
Okay, sir. So I'm sorry, there's this other report I need to really rush out. So a particular non-governmental organization, Human Life Protection Advocacy Initiative, HLPAI, have called on the immediate sack of the Nigeria Minister of Environment, Malam Lawal, over alleged acts of economic sabotage and tribal bias. Now, the demand was made public in a press statement issued by the Imo State Group Coordinator, Prince Chukwudi Francis Maduba, following an alleged refusal of his minister, or this particular minister, to approve Convention of International Trade in Endangered Species, CITES, permits for qualified Igbo exporters. But he's approved it for people of Hausa descent. He approved it for Yoruba people. But he reach Igbo people turn, he go dey form busy, go pocket and leave am more months. Say this man, say wetin him dey do, say him just dey play pasha, say in ethnic bias no one let am. And na Tinubu minister. So these are the kind of things people dey talk about. Do you think that with this subtle hatred, some Northerners, I'm not going to say all, may still have towards the Igbos for whatever reason we do not know? Do you think that it's possible for them to say, okay, Peter Obi, we have seen the clouds that you gather, or you come and be a presidential candidate? Do you think that they will be ready to throw their support?
Yes, the thing is that the Igbo race, of which I'm a part of, is an endangered species. we are endangered species. But then, when you look at it also, you find out that who have turned us or who has betrayed us, it's not other tribes that have betrayed us. The Igbos have betrayed themselves, and the Igbos continue to betray themselves. The Igbo leaders are the ones betraying the Igbo people. I say it with all sense of responsibility. You have senators, you have honorable members, and a case like this is up. What are they doing about it? Why is it that when issues that affect the Igbo people, that the people are not happy? How many senators have you seen walk out of the National Assembly? How many honorable members have you seen walk out of the National Assembly in order to project the Igbo race and to protect the Igbo race? And these are the people that are meant to be representing us. So if you're talking about Tinubu sanctioning his minister on, after all, I'm sure you have heard about Bash Ali complaining about.
Yes, so Bash Ali complained though that from Buhari's time, Minister of Sports, that is now Tinubu spokesperson on the diary, say he duped him of how many million. Say now said they won't dupe him again. It shocked me. Bash Ali.
This government
sold to him to even help him. You're raping him off.
This government is stylishly embracing corruption with impunity. Because this is the only government where you will complain of government official, everybody will turn a deaf ear. Your Senate president is in Rome, Abi. Yeah, this is somebody that has been accused of sexual harassment, and nothing has been done about it.
Oh, speaking about that, did I tell you the story about the Namibian president immediately sacking a particular, minister with such accusation?
It's because this is where
so that we'll see what happens in other climes. Not because of any female president, but because of saying that waiting any sane person will do. If anybody is accused of anything,
Precious. This is where a society works.
Namibia and Africa, sir.
When you are occupying a public space, when you are occupying a public office, and you are accused of something like sexual harassment, corruption, you step aside. You allow an independent investigation. But in Nigeria, we never allow that. It's a vicious circle. How can you say a governor that has a case in court, you have sworn him as a governor, and the moment you swear him in, his case is still in court, he's already receiving allocation from the federal government, and you expect that the person that has gone to court will win that case? How you won't win that case now, Precious? Tell me. How much you get compared to how much money when you go collect from the federal allocation? So these are some of the things we need to change for us to have a sanity in this country. So you cannot have a Senate president that is being accused of all sorts, and then tomorrow somebody tells me he is the #1 Christian in the state, in the country. So he has to go and witness the burial of the Pope. As if that is going to add to the economic force of Nigeria. As if that is going to curb insecurity. As if that is going to be part of the legislative work. Is that part of being a legislator? What will he legislate about that? About the Pope, the burial of the Pope? Meanwhile, you have a minister for foreign affairs. You have a minister of state for foreign affairs. You have the Catholic Bishops Conference of Nigeria. You have a Reverend Father that is a governor. So what stops you from picking all these people and let them go with commercial flight to Rome? Do you know how much we are paying by sending a part of the presidential fleet to take them to Rome? Do you know the extra code all those people will collect? In a country where we are finding it difficult to feed. to cut the cost of governance. And we need to allow discipline back into the society. The country is lacking morality, but we need it back.
Okay, so I'm moving on to that River State issue very quickly. I'm sure you know about Huriwa, that is Human Rights Writers Association of Nigeria. They have accused the Supreme Court of deliberately stalling proceedings on a critical constitutional case brought by 11 PDP governors challenging the legality of the state of emergency declared in River State. Now, you know, go be 11 again. I don't they come out one by one because they don't come out. So, do you believe that the Supreme Court is deliberately stalling that judgment because they know say you know get as they use that judgment make it be say clear for Nigeria people eyes. So now we make they deliberately the delay, make they never do that judgment because now we think Guriwa they accuse the Supreme Court of doing. If that is correct, then where is the place of our sister Kudirat Kekereku, who took over the headship of the Supreme Court and swore that she's an incorruptible person, and she, because of her stance for corruption and incorruptibility, say she go make sure that she restore the dignity of the Supreme Court. How that one can use contrast to waiting they happen now if truly Supreme Court deliberately they delay because of this judgment, or they deliberately they delay this judgment, sir?
You when we started your show, you played a video of Onokwasabi.
Yes, just to go on, sir.
Yes.
The before and after video, where he
Yes,
was
the before and after video.
government, and then where he was defending Tinubu vehemently and seriously, and where he's now saying that Tinubu has
So
failed.
the reason why I'm making reference to that is a reminiscence of what played out at the National Assembly when your Chief Justice of Nigeria was being sworn in, or when she was being what do they even call it again? When they were probing her,
Screened.
when they were screening her in the National Assembly.
Yes, sir.
What all the things she said at the National Assembly, and at the time she was being sworn in, is part one of the first video you played. Now, the part two is the reality on ground. I said something to you before, and I keep saying it. He who comes to equity must come with clean hands. She sat in judgment that took number 4 to number 1. Have they looked at that judgment again? Have they corrected it?
And from all indications, she was the lead justice in that case.
Exactly. So I'm trying to find out where the incorrectibility comes from. When you say you're not a corrupt person, but everything around you smells of corruption, so what are you? You are sitting inside a brewery where they are brewing beer, and your whole body, even inside your mouth, is smelling of alcohol, and you say you don't drink alcohol. Who are you deceiving? So if you people are looking at your CJN to do anything that is contrary to what the executive wants, then you guys may be you may all be living in space.
Oh wow. Oh wow. So now let's go straight to the insecurity situation in the country very quickly. Now, according to the Emergency Management Agency of Nigeria, we hear that over 50 communities so far in Benue State are displaced. But according to the Benue people, they say not be just 50 communities. Say if we count all their communities put together, divide them into three, 2 parts of all the communities of Benue State, Fulani don't take over them. So only one part, the indigenous then now they live inside. That is 2/3 of those communities, or 2/3 of the communities in Benue State have been taken over by bandits. But news agencies they say 50%, 50 communities when you count them across about 25 council wards and local government areas. 9 EBC herdsmen don't take over, and this herdsmen issue need to stop. Because even recently, attack happened again. Ekwa, I remember Ekwa Church, one of the prominent churches for inside North generally. The name of the church now, Evangelical Church Winning all at their name. Then they mostly for Plateau, Benue, all of those northern states, and their Equa they strong well. Equa talk says so far, just within this period, they don't spend about 300 million naira in ransom payment for their church members who they kidnap. In ransom payment. And most times, the Fulani headsmen, they kidnap their members. What did they pay these ransoms for? That they are tired of paying this amount or alarming amount of money in ransom and say they don't tire, they no fit again. And then the case is not different in northeast, where it be say for Adamawa State, we hear say suspected Boko Haram terrorists don't attack Wapre, a community for inside Hong local government area. They don't kill 10 vigilantes. The ones in where that dog said, they talk about that one. So with this thing where they happen consistently about corruption and about insecurity, remember, so the National Security Advisor tell us, waiting would they hear about insecurity and just about 20% of what's in they happen for insecurity. That means there are about 80% underreported insecurity activities. So what's in this thing mean for a president will be say instead of us to tackle this issue head on, now to look for 2027, 9 be waiting they happen. What's in it mean and what Nigerians need to do now?
Nigerians are easily swayed. Nigerians are, they're easily carried away, and they leave the substance, and they are always chasing the shadow. Severally, I've asked Reverend Father earlier, you love people living in the IDP camps. In other words, the IDP camps have become the home of your people who were displaced from their ancestral homes. And so you love them. And because you love them, you will not allow a Peter Obi to come and visit them. And because you love them, you will not allow them to be taken back to their ancestral homes. Meanwhile, the number of people in IDP camps is swelling on a daily basis. And yet you love your people. And you're not taking steps. See, when this government came to power, honestly speaking, what I had expected President Baba-Ahmed Tinubu to do, the first thing I was really expecting him to do, which was what I was expecting to hear instead of subsidy is gone, is to say everybody in IDP camps must go back to their ancestral homes. But no, as it is today, we don't even know how many communities, because it's like the figures are, there are people, the indigenes, the citizens are saying it is this, the National Emergency Agency is saying it is this. So who do we believe? I would rather believe the people. The truth of the matter is that this government has failed Nigerians in terms of security, and they know that. They know that. It is painful and sad that right-hand militia, Boko Haram, call them bandits, call them cattle raiders, will chase people away from their ancestral homes and occupy the place with their cows. And the government does not have the balls to arrest the owners of these cows. Do you seriously believe, Precious, that it is those herdsmen that own the cows? They're not the owners of the cows. So why is it that government cannot put a law that punishes the owners of the cows? That is one way to cut the menace.
At least if you punish the owners of the cows, the herdsmen will be called to order.
Exactly.
They will behave by force.
So then going to EPA, I remember, was it 3 weeks or last month, where your National Security Advisor, Neil Ribad, was saying nobody should pay ransom. And I asked that question, when people don't pay ransom, how do they get their families out of the hands of kidnappers?
Now God, the grace of God, sir, is sufficient unto us.
Well, if that is where you want to go, congratulations.
They've been telling us to pray.
We have been praying, Precious.
Sir.
We have been praying. Are we getting results for the prayer? Are we doing the right kind of prayer? Or are we just praying without listening to God? Because I'm telling you, if we're listening to God as a praying nation, God would have said to us, my children, Stop praying. You have the solution. You have the answer to your problems. Stop praying. But that is not it. We are praying, but we are not listening. We are praying, but we are not acting. We are praying, but we are not being proactive. So we need to pray and be proactive. So yes, the Ekwa people have been going through a lot.
So not be pray and watch now, pray and act. Now supposed to do.
Pray and act. They've been going through a lot. If they're not saying it now, you will not know. But people who have their loved ones kidnapped always pay a ransom to get them out. We can't continue to pretend that people don't pay ransom. We can't continue to lie to ourselves that people don't. People pay ransom and huge amounts. So the government needs to do more in protecting the lives of the people. I am more pain the fact that when these people, you call them headsmen, so to say, or terrorists, when they strike, they chase away everybody in the community and they take over the community, and yet you have the Nigerian army that is meant to protect the people. But when it comes to election now, you will see the whole army outside there. When people are protesting, you will see the army coming to send them back to their homes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Let me just let you just anchor there. Apologies. But for those who are just joining us now, I beg, if this is not your first time to join us, before I go back, go play that video of Mr. Onopasa, how Intake react to Rufai saying when Rufai they tell him how President Baba-Ahmed Tinubu administration don't turn us upside down the economy. In the argue, saying a lie, not be Tinubu down, not be Tinubu down. And waiting don't talk now for in most recent interview today. I go play them for you, but before they make, I let you know, say phone lines when they open very quickly. Make just allow people contribute like 2 minutes very quickly, so that we'll just have our say. Because the important thing about this is for us to share ideas and things we're supposed to do to better our country. Because, like Peter Obi go say, a new Nigeria is very possible, and I believe a new Nigeria is possible because no other country will get to call our own. Only this one. If this is your first time of joining me, please ensure that you click on the subscription button. Kindly subscribe and like this post. Very importantly, please just post, click like about 300 people are watching, like 300 of them are like them. It will make a lot of sense. I think kindly click on the like button. I appreciate the post and also share it if you can, so that we'll continue to spread this gospel around. May one day Nigeria reach where we want them today. And of course, you can join the conversation if you click on that link waited by there's a post that is pinned in the comment section. Click on the link, it will carry you straight into the house. You can follow me and the Chilaka, just comment and put your thoughts down very quickly, or you call the WhatsApp line only on WhatsApp on 0817 029 4077. 0817 029 That's the number to call. Make a quickly play that before, for those who just join us, the before and after of Mr. Onopasa, who's in been talk before and how you don't talk again today.
So since President Tinubu got in,
respect me.
Since President Tinubu got in,
I
the
will walk out of
economy.
the studio if you raise your voice at me.
Mr.
Talk to me
Onopasa,
respectfully.
you may will take your decision if you want to. I'm asking a question. You might decide to walk out if you want to. Mr. Onopasa, since President Tinubu came in, the economy has tanked. Is at an all-time low as we speak.
It has not. It has not.
Let me finish my question, Mr. Onopasa. Let me finish my question.
You are a liar,
Mr. Onopasa. Moderate yourself. All right. Moderate yourself.
Do you know what you are doing?
Good.
Listen to me. You're
Secondly,
do you know what you are doing?
Since President Tinubu came in, the economy has tanked.
You are pretending to be a journalist.
The indicators are there.
With you?
Since he came in, the indicators are there. Number one, the cost of the dollar to the naira.
What does it matter with you?
The cost of the dollar to the naira has tanked tremendously as a result of the fluctuation of the currency. All right, that's one.
Is that Tinubu's fault? Don't you know why naira tanked?
I'm still asking my question. Secondly, it's been an all-time malaise in the economy as we speak. Cost of living gone up tremendously. All right, and things are really, really south for the economy.
The way forward ought to be obvious. We have a president that was elected on the 25th of February. We have a president that was sworn in on the 29th of May, and his name is Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. He is our president, finally affirmed and confirmed by the Supreme Court of Nigeria. So my own, I wouldn't even say way forward. I think it is fait accompli. But I would like to appeal. We are humble people. You have a president for the good of your country, if only for that reason, whether you like Bola Tinubu or you don't like Bola Tinubu, if just for the good of, even for selfish reasons. I don't know how to put it, 25% in Abuja. Okay, let's try 25% in Abuja. It didn't work. Then we tried double nomination. It didn't. This was the season of the gamblers. That one didn't work. Then let's try. Let's go all the way to America and try Chicago. That one didn't work. The last one was FBI files. No, you don't live like that in a country. For God's sake, please. Bola Tinubu did not remove fuel subsidy. That is a misconception.
Mr. Onakosa, I put it to you that you came here to misrepresent the facts today as regards subsidy removal. President Tinubu announced subsidy gone on Inauguration Day. And that was effectively pulling out subsidy. So you say he didn't remove subsidy, quoting the PI law that had been there for a while, is misrepresentation of the facts. That's number one. Number two, since President Tinubu got in... Let me finish, Mr. Onakosa. Let me finish, please. Secondly, since he got in...
Don't raise your voice at me, young man. Don't raise your voice at me.
Let me finish, Mr. Onakosa. Let me finish.
I'm your guest.
So since President Tinubu got in...
respect me.
Since President Tinubu got in, the economy...
the studio if you raise your voice at me.
Mr. Onakosa,
respectfully.
You will take your decision if you want to. I'm asking a question. You might decide to walk out if you want to. Mr. Onakosa, since President Tinubu came in, the economy has tanked. It's at an all-time low as we speak.
It has not.
Let me finish my question. Mr. Onakosa, let me finish my question.
You are a liar.
Mr. Onakosa, moderate yourself. All right? Moderate yourself.
Do you know what you are doing?
Good.
Listen to me.
Secondly,
do you know what you are doing?
Since President Tinubu came in, the economy has tanked.
You are pretending to be a journalist.
The indicators are there.
With you?
Since he came in, the indicators are there. Number one, the cost of the dollar to the naira.
Matter with you?
The cost of the dollar to the naira has tanked tremendously as a result of the fluctuation of the currency. All right, that's one.
Is that Tinubu's fault? Don't you know why naira tanked?
I'm still asking my question. Secondly, it's been an all-time malaise in the economy as we speak. Cost of living gone up tremendously. All right, and things are really, really south for the economy. Really south for the economy.
People are hungry. Let's feed our citizens. Let's govern well. It's not a question of people defecting to our party. It's a question of us ruling well. And in that angle, we have failed woefully. President Bola Tinubu has failed woefully to rule well, to provide food for Nigerians, to give them succor in this hard times. This whole idea of let us just keep packing people into our party, that's not democracy. The interesting thing, Ruben, is that you must always have opposition because people must disagree. This idea of a one-party state is simply unattainable. There must be disagreement. Even in our party, we disagree. We are not even a one-party in our party. Is it Nigeria that will become a one-party state? It's a waste of time. So, I wish my dear cousin, Sheriff Oberewori, well. I welcome him to our party. I don't even understand why he left his party. It does not make any sense to me. It does not at all. I think President Tinubu should concentrate more on bringing down prices of goods and services, strengthening democratic values and all this idea of people coming to our party. That's not what is going to make us win the election in 2027. I can tell you for free, Ruben, that at this rate we are going, all these things will help us in 2027. If we are not careful, Bola Tinubu will end up as a one-term president. Quote me anywhere. I'm not leaving my party for anybody. I'm a foundational member of the APC. And I'm not leaving it for anybody, including President Tinubu. Now, if you see the truth, you see the Bible says, "And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free." You cannot pretend, even you, Ruben, you can't pretend that there is no hunger in the land. You cannot pretend that people are not finding it difficult to make ends meet. That's all. In fact, when Bola Tinubu called us to support him, he promised to make food cheap. You know, at that time we were being insulted. We are Agbadorians. We are this, we are that. You know. So we told him, we said, let us just produce food. And that's what he promised us. Only for him to come to power and then, in fact, only God understands what he's doing. That's his headache. I'm not leaving my party for anybody. Not at all. But I'm certainly not supporting him for 2027. And I'm going to make sure, going to gather with, it's not even PDP people. PDP is just a ridiculous party. They are not serious. It is us in APC who are dissatisfied with him, who put him in power. We are the ones that will remove him from the power. I can assure you.
All right. So I don't see the way the man used to talk before. How you support President Tinubu with all in power, and right now how he be saying don't change the support. Prince Francis, honestly speaking, we really can't tell if he's battling an issue. But seriously speaking, if we were to actually, if we were to make a pictorial representation of what this president administration has been to Nigerians, I think Mr. Onakpasa is just a clear pictorial representation of what the Tinubu administration has been. This is not a joke. See, people have died. That is for those who never die. People don't die because they need it fits. They don't fit buy drugs for something very avoidable. So it is a very sad situation, and it's a pity. All right, so let people in the back door coming. But if you come in, kindly hang in a second. Let me take this call. Hello, good evening and welcome. Good evening.
Precious.
Ogaranya, ngwa sharp sharp. Today no be to waste time. Two minutes, yeah. Tomorrow na Monday.
President tiaka n'obi si na ọbụ nwa afọ Igbo ka ebu odogwu ka ebu Igbo nwere ebu nwa mfụ sadebe ekwusịghị ya anyị nwere ebu nwa mfụ where I'm heading to now about Tompolo the mind for 8 years. And somebody was here last time talking about Igbo this, Igbo that. I just laughed. I said, we not go there. Tompolo need mind the 8 years. Where is Tompolo where Jonathan do 4 years? Jonathan do 8 years and go.
He actually did 6 years and not 4 years.
Now, who betrayed Rioka? No, South Africa today. Is he not the same Niger Delta militants? Uyibori went to prison. Who make it? Is he not Niger Delta militant? So tell me one Igbo person can go through Ifa Jonathan or Henry Oka go through or James Ibori. Somebody gave you last week and now say that who do this, who that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
People to respect Igbos. We are men of integrity.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
God bless you all.
God bless you too. Yeah. All right. The flagship, you're here. Good evening and welcome. The flagship, are you here? Sir?
How you doing? Good evening from my end.
I did fine. How your side now?
We thank God. Prince Chilaka, good evening.
Good evening, my brother.
You don't see, as we used to represent Baba-Ahmed Tinubu administration, the before and after in government, I had this in there also body for Nigeria.
They tell you, but now what I want to talk with you. Why you and Prince Chilaka are not the respect Mr. Onokpasa? Why are you raising your voice at him?
Oh, please.
Why not they raising a voice at Mr. Onokpasa? Making no waka come up from the screen as we watch him, so because we want to see more of him. You know, I make a joke with that.
Now your brother, sorry for our smaller bit.
You're right. You know, if Nigeria were to be a country that really works, by now, Mr. Onokpasa should have been picked up, thrown in jail first, and a serious high-level investigation started on the 2023 election. You not play the whole clip, you know that, right?
I know. I'll go play all of them. Hey,
Mr. Onokpasa dropped a bombshell.
Yes.
A bombshell that if Nigerians were to be people, when I say Nigerians, I'm trying to talk of the grassroots level people, those in my opinion are innocent people who have been oppressed and really cannot do much right now. But if Nigerians, I'm talking about the journalists like you, I'm talking about the folks in the judiciary and the rest of them, law enforcement, everybody else. If Nigeria and our country when they work, by now, this man's supposed to be for jail. because he don't open mouth tell us how they take get Tinubu into office. In the first clip, they talk about 25% federal FCT votes. The Obi and what did he name? Atiku, not forget him. They bring Chicago, they couldn't get him. They brought FBI files, they couldn't get him. And everything else, they couldn't get him. And then on the second clip, he's not telling us about the statistics and how they divided it and made sure that Obi and Atiku divide their votes, and then put Tinubu in regardless of what the numbers say. Onokpasa just successfully told us that they rigged the election outrightly to get Tinubu into office.
But that was obvious all along. Now, waiting everybody.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said that if Nigeria were to be a country that works, remember in 2020, now phone call, now Trump, the now president, make to the governor of my state, say, I want all the votes counted in your state. Now, that phone call, I get them into trouble when he take mock shot, when they say they interfere with the electoral process, and that in they instigate, make the quote and unquote rig the election in his favor. It was a phone call. And even though they try to explain it that, look, in on the talks, they make the rig the election or go add numbers. It just they say, make sure, say, all counts, all votes are duly and properly counted. But he still was indicted. Now, here we are. They are telling us how this man got in, and nobody they raise hell on this one. We are quick to move on with a smile on them. Reuben Abati shamefully, they try to downplay it and say, let's forget about the stats and talk about what's on go. You know, these things, things when they make person's skin, they stand for a body, and it makes you wonder, where would they go?
If a person like me, and that time I for ask the question more, make I even know more about what make it reveal that in way.
Exactly. Tell me about those numbers. How would I do it? What be the how would I make this happen? And we all know it, but nobody they agree talk. So in reality, all this defection when they do, right? Sheriff Oborowori don't run enter APC and Onokpasa they welcome him. All these defection are based on promises. Would it be the guy named for Anambra Valentine? Make them go ask him. The promise when they make can skip, jump ship, enter APC, he get them today. Welcome to the world of Tinubu, where in they give you promises but will never fulfill it. Onokpasa, and I will end with this. Onokpasa thinks that he's in the APC. The guy don't know, say, nah. You know, they play sideline. In the outside the pitch, they talk. He's really not a member of the APC. His voice does not count. Any threat he makes right now holds no water at all. So my expectation, having seen this interview today, now make law enforcement, make DSS, make the judiciary, everybody scream at them, and make una when the journalist precious, I beg. Make una not just report this thing, laugh at them, and we move on. Make una repeat them, make the questions come, make Onokpasa come out, come explain what he mean when he take talk, say he know how Tinubu to enter there and they know how they work the numbers. If we don't do that, we're just living in a world of idiocracy, which is what
that is if they not do Onokpasa something serious between now and then. If you press
no, that's what I'm saying. Let them take him into custody to protect him, right? And then let him start speaking. Tell us what happened in 2023. We all know. But now you have come out to drop a bombshell to tell us, say, see how it take happen. We know, say, the guy not get him. But see what we did that put him in
But
there.
if I were you, I would have asked why it's not trending. See, these are the things
that's what I'm saying. Now the media
by now that statement when you make supposed to be trend.
Exactly. It's supposed to be there.
What are you people doing if on a day there? Or supposed to pick them up, collect that clips of that interview. They can go viral. Ask them and say, probe that statement. Request that statement be probed. Make noise about it. So that the president said, so people know what's making you.
So those won't be those that are the known oppositions right now, Peter Obi, Atiku, they need to pick this thing and headline them for as long as it takes. Maybe this now the crack on the wall to break down this system when Tinubu they try to put together. So, and not forget, What did Tinubu they use on Nigeria? I don't see the strategy in what he's doing, but he's just playing a script that is known to everybody, right? Get the judiciary on your side, buy the military, put them on your side, and possibly get Congress or the House on your side, and then begin to put all your little stooges all around in those other parties just to turn things upside down. El Rufai, what do you be the guy name when they go LP, they go cause, even including Abure, they all work for him. Just scatter things around so that nobody will see where to put leg. And then maybe, hopefully, by the time you cause those distortion, 2027 don't come and it don't pass, and you clinch them. All the governors were in the jump, so including my own governor, shamefully, when he just jumped now. So now rubber stamp on the corruption, I mean, in the election that is coming. The votes of the people not go count. If Nigerians they think say 2027 now by going to the polls to vote and get Tinubu out, that's not going to happen, because the guys that will put the rubber stamp on the illegality in the election in 2027, 90 these guys on the jump ship. So, but here is the kicker to it. Now, only two people, 90 feet get. Two people in the sense that the governor, maybe his vice or his deputy, and then a couple of others in their leadership. But the real people, when he hold the power to turn this thing around there, now the people, the grassroots people, right? Now then I get the power to put a stop to whatever strategy when Tinubu they put together in preparation for 2027. If we sit down, look at why they strategize, and we the grassroots not go strategize, abracadabra, there it goes.
Now waiting make me they make noise every day like this. Not be because of say I don't get work what they do. Now waiting make me they talk. I feel like saying my own part of the do be this. Make all of us
And
they
you're
like
doing great at it, Precious. Thank you so much.
Thank
Not
you
stop,
so much.
not stop.
I appreciate it. I'll go try. I'll go try. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. The flagship. Hello, madam. Good evening and welcome. Who useless?
I'm not pastor, whatever his dirty name is, he's a sick man already.
No, madam, calm down now. Not do like that. Let's be empathetic a bit now.
I listened to I'm coming from US. I listened to the first interview he did with Abati. We did with Abati. So Abati, that useless doctor, Toronto doctor, we call it Abati, is a very useless man. Rufai is a woman being. So I watched that interview that day and I saw what happened. He was so rude and so ruthless. So now look at he was looking healthy. You can see he's already a sky man. I'm sure now. I thought when listen, one thing in life, whatever you do comes back to you. As they follow, destroy the election, what we suffer to, they are all suffering it. They will all pay for it one way or the other. And on a president, one I call a president.
Not your own president.
Lie, because I never hated for now I go at Lagos. That useless one I call a president.
Madam, calm down now. Na public you do.
I'm not calm down. He ran to France. Go complete his remember say he stand on a life to that criminal. We call himself Macron. He signed on a life to them and no sign agreements. And this is why I said one Nigeria say be careful of this on our president too. Say the moment he signed agreement to say there will be more terror. Remember I said before the agreement of Tinubu on a Tinubu whatever he said is that Ebola as a caller for Niger. When you go sign
No, madam. For now, where you did my madam, you did my platform for now. You got address the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria properly. You hear? Thank you.
Today we don't have more terrorists. These people want to say, as the Ingo sign something with Macron, there will be more terror. And today
that is when he signed a contract on exploration of solid minerals.
Exactly.
Okay.
Nobody know what he signed with France. This person want us say we could be careful of voting. They say the moment they sign that thing with France, there will be more terror, and that's what's happening today. That's what happened today. You can see since that agreement, we were having more terrorists driving people from that place to take over there to do mining. That's what's happening today. And as I said, a lot of us I say now your sin is he said you sin now in the warrior because he come now he talk with two sides of his mouth. Now he's talking about I was looking at him, I was just laughing when I saw the interview. When I saw this, I said, look at you. You think you want to benefit because nothing gets from there. Because we abandoned. And you mean he gets something from the government.
Thank
because
you.
he didn't get nothing. He's not talking.
Thank you.
They will all read from their evil. God will judge them. Every one of them, they will pay for their evil.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. God
Thank
bless
you. Thank
Yeah.
you. God bless you too. All right. So I get Mike FIFA for the background. Mike FIFA, good evening and welcome.
Good evening, Precious. Good evening,
Sir.
Achilaka.
Well,
Good
How are
evening.
you guys?
We are battling with subsidy is gone.
and band A and band Z.
Okay, I'm calling from Oxford.
You're welcome.
Since I saw that man Olopasa, I've been laughing. I've been laughing. In fact, Rufai is
You should
vindicated.
not laugh
Honestly,
now. You should not
I
laugh
remember.
now.
No. On a serious note, that man needs medical attention. He's not medically fine.
Not
Jokes
the money
apart.
that they take to him.
Yeah, because I remember that day, the way he was attacking Rufai. I watched it live. Okay, now, if you also remember, this is the same clothes he wore that day. That day, it was well fitted on his body. But
Now about
today,
the
it
same
was,
cloth though.
yes, the same clothes. Today, it was as if he's wearing Babariga. So you know that he's not feeling fine. He's not feeling fine. So he needs, but forget about what he's saying. He's making that noise because he believes he's been sidelined. Tomorrow, if they compensate him, you see what you praise Tinubu. You say Tinubu is the best thing that has happened to this country. So I know them, and he didn't want to mention. I know the person that made him, to act this way. What's that guy's name from the SA? This one where they come talk
Buy
with.
Ononoga.
Don't be by Ononoga. The other one from Meduguri, where come from PDP.
Okay. Oh, and you know, saying be not like and we buy
He
Daniel
don't
Bola,
like
him be
him now.
not like and
He
be not
said
like when they make
the
Daniel
guy
Bola.
self, the
Because
guy
not be
follow for
fault
people.
now, because Daniel Bola insults the president well.
Yes.
Well.
So this guy
Him
now,
one in day they collect bullet for the president. People they insult him for the president. In day they collect bullet for the president. President no
exactly.
make and no give him work. Then Daniel Bola now they go just bring from
Where
anywhere.
they praise,
Now you no go
where they
happy,
praise
you no go
Tinubu,
vex.
where they praise Tinubu, then leave him. Go carry person where insult Tinubu, where even call him drug addict. Can't give him better appointment. Can't leave. Sorry. Alopasa looks hungry. I beg they should take care of him, even if na food, make them give him, make him eat. That man is going, but we just pray, make him no die. The way I see the man today, no be person where he survive till next month. Thank you so much.
Nah. You guys should be fair a bit now. You're being very, very unfair. That's not fair.
Was
That's
he
not
fair?
fair.
The day he was attacking Rufai, was he fair? Even he nearly,
It be the talk based on his personal conviction now.
say Rufai sit down close to him. If for punch Rufai, because he was
Thank
doing as
you.
if he wanted to jump on Rufai. He said,
All
"Look at
right.
this small boy. Look at this boy. If you don't want me to, I'll walk out." Rufai said, if you want, you can walk out." I beg. Not all of them, all those people who insult Peter Obi, who talk rubbish about Peter Obi. Now, so all of them go they come now. They talk the same thing where they talk about Peter Obi. Now they go they carry give Tinubu now.
Thank you,
I
Mike.
just pray make the man will receive medical attention. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
May God
Thank
bless
you,
you
Mike. I
all.
appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, Mike. All right. Good evening and welcome. What's your name, sir? Where are you calling?
Good evening.
Yes, sir. What's your name, sir? Where are you joining us from?
Precious.
Sir?
This is Richie.
Richie, where are you calling from?
Calling from Italy.
You're welcome, Richie. Go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. Chinoka, God bless you, sir. Good evening, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Precious, I didn't hear, sir.
Sir, I could not call me now. You call me, I go answer you now.
Okay. All right. So I don't have much to say.
Okay.
It's just that the man called Onapasa. I'm waiting for his neck to fat again. Because that neck that was fat then, that is joint that was fat, now it's lean. That is why he's talking. So I'm waiting. Maybe they should go and soak inside water so that his neck will fat. Then we now talk well. God bless you.
Thank you. Now the only thing will make you call me. Well done. Oh yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you. Hello, good evening and welcome.
Hello.
Yes, welcome. What's your name, sir? You're welcome. Go ahead.
Thank you. You're doing a wonderful job.
I appreciate you, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much. Go ahead.
I just want to make this a quick one.
there's something I want to chip in, which is maybe kind of not saying exactly what you guys are saying on the studio. I want you to come up with this program or an issue of this Tinubu going to France. You see, Nigerian problem and terrorism is no country that align with France that will not face the biggest difficulties in the world.
Notice what happened this week for inside France. So according to people for France or Burkina Faso for France, then talk say France sponsor a protest against Ibrahim Traore for France. So France, that is, Burkina Faso do a protest against Traore for France. Then I think the next day or how many days again, then the real Burkina Faso people come hold their own protest in favor of Traore if you see crowd for the same France. Now they hold up. And because they know that their laws permit protest and all that, they no fit stop the protestation. They let it happen. So do you understand? So let me I just thought to drop that there. Let's go ahead. Hello.
Hello, are you there?
Yes, go ahead.
If you look at 2015, 2014, if you look at what happened in 2014, what Obama and Mr. Cameron did to Jonathan, even with this lady from Chris Abampo is their main how am I going to put it? It's the main journalist that goes around anywhere Jonathan goes in the world. They will follow Jonathan and start questioning Jonathan unnecessarily. Why this killing? Why all of those people making those assertions? Then where are they today? Now, when Jonathan was there, nobody was killed. Many people were not killed like the way people are dying now. Did you see any of those leaders? You see today. You see what happened last week? The American whatever they call it, the military that represent the US in Africa. Telling their own national assembly that the man there is planning money for himself. So what I'm trying to say in effect is this: our problem is not just domestic. No protest. You see, Tinubu aligning with France. The first time I saw him align with France, that is what I said. Nigeria is gone. Go and change the whole of Africa where they are. It is a murder. It's the worst that will happen to that country. Nowhere they live, nowhere they have their military that they're not destroying that country. And that's what Tinubu align. Anyway, the last thing I want to say is this: how do you people expect something good from Tinubu? It is, when I see you people talking about Tinubu, this and that, is that. How do you people say, even thinking that Tinubu, something good will come from Tinubu?
What do you mean by that?
No, let's be sincere. There's nothing good that can come from Tinubu. See, the process that brings this in is the most important thing in election. If anything you do, even your business you're doing now, if the financial is not good, you can't stand there for it. You can't be there for test of time. You will pack up and go. Yes, the process that brought Tinubu into office, and look at the part America played. That is what Nigerians are suffering today.
Thank you.
That's what Nigerians are suffering. Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Anyway, thank you so much for the job you are doing. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate you. All right. Prince Francis Chilakangwa, do validation for us. We could go close. We could close church. We have tried for ourselves. It's okay. My phone line is still ringing, but let's close church. We have tried for ourselves today.
When you take your time to listen to before and after, and you take a critical look at the Nigeria we have today. The only way you can describe it is, like I keep saying, it's a simple thing to give a cup of water to a monkey, but to get the cup after becomes another issue. So it's a simple thing for when Onakwasa was interviewed earlier, the first few days of inauguration or so, it was easy for him to want to fly. Yes, because then he had all his wings, everything was intact. But today he can't even fly. They can't even crawl. And that is how, if you look at how he feels, how he is, you will not try to juxtapose that against what the real ordinary Nigerians are going through out there. Then you will understand that this government has failed the Nigerian people in every ramification. They have failed Nigerian people. And so this government, I want to join with Ahmed to say that it is wickedness, it is evil for anybody in this administration to be thinking of 2027 when our people, Nigerians, are living in IDP camps, when Nigerians are being kidnapped and ransom being paid, when Nigerians are being forced to pay band A that the government cannot pay, then something is wrong. Thank you.
But oh yeah, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining us. I wanted to say that 24 hours we know is a bit too long in politics. This animosity, this anger, where different people they feel na feel no last for long. Like the last person talk. If you just give an up as a small thing now, I be in a mic talk if you give a small thing now, it go change.
For me, it's not no.
And the
For me, it's not.
Londoners, so maybe they'll come to a truce with the
No,
president
it's
that
not.
things
It's
will
not
move.
about Onakwa Precious. It's not
Sir,
about for me. It doesn't count. But I'm talking about the real Nigerians. You and I, when you have to fuel your car, fear let you go buy fuel. Eh?
I get her.
Fear
I
let
get
you
her.
go buy fuel.
I still get
Oh,
her. I still get her.
okay. So
Thank you
it's
so
about
much.
the real Nigerians who cannot afford to pay their children's school fees, who cannot afford to put food on their tables, 3 square meals a day, who cannot afford to have electricity because of the rates, who cannot afford to have pipe-borne water.
Even the rate of the
Because
electricity, they even fear president self. So they ask no
so
killer. Seek for an
it's
alternative.
these people that I'm talking about. People who cannot get medical attention, who cannot buy their drugs, who cannot eat well. These are the people I'm talking about. Not somebody like we know that somebody like him there's no difference between him and Boala. All the if the president decides to make him a special advisor on talking tomorrow, he will change.
Thank you. Thank you, Prince Francis Chilak. I appreciate you. And thank you to everybody who joined the live today. I love you guys so much. Thank you for making this show always interesting. Thank you. You guys are a wonderful community. I love you guys. I appreciate you a whole lot. Let's keep this energy. We'll continue to talk and fight for the good of the only country we truly have to call ours. I appreciate you. I'll be with you again tomorrow afternoon and then evening too, God willing. I love you guys. Protect your mental health no matter what happens. I see you again tomorrow afternoon and evening. Prince Francis Chilakasa, thank you so much and God bless you. Good night. God bless you.